Hello everyone, I'm Tauni with Yoga 413. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. We're going to be doing a Vinyasa flow practice. The only thing you're going to need is a mat. And if you love this class and you haven't done so already, I kindly ask that you subscribe and share it with a friend. Let's get started. So we're going to begin our class today on our backs with knees bent. Hands can just rest at your sides or on your midsection. And just start to take some nice, long, deep breaths, breathing deeply from the belly. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Just turn all your awareness to your breath. And with every exhale, I invite you to just let go of any distractions, either around you or within you. And I also invite you to set a personal intention for your practice today, your why, what brought you onto the mat, and then just honor that throughout the class. Now we're going to begin by extending that left leg out to the mat, pulling that right knee into the chest, and just guide that knee side to side. Now maybe a little bit bigger movement. And then let's extend the leg, grabbing behind the thigh. That knee can stay nice and bent. I want you to try to pull that leg down as you press into the hands that leg away from you. So you're just starting to come into a hamstring stretch. Go ahead and bend that knee, drop it across for your spine twist. Try to keep that shoulders down on your mat. And then let's bring it back up, extend the leg, pull that left knee in, and again, just side to side. Just starting to lubricate that hip a little bit. Maybe a little bit bigger movement. Then extending the leg, grabbing behind the thigh, pulling down and pressing the leg in the opposite direction for a stretch into the back of the leg. Go ahead and bend that knee, take it into your spine twist. Let's bring it back onto our backs, hugging both knees into the chest. Take just a moment here and just start to circle those ankles a few times in each direction. And then you're going to just start to rock forward and back. Come all the way up to all fours. Coming into that tabletop position. Fingers are spread wide. Let's flow through a few rounds of cow and cat. So inhale, open up the chest, looking up forward and up, and then exhale, round the spine, chin towards chest. Again, just move with your breath. Inhale to open, and exhale, round. Just a few more times. I always like to begin the class, usually with a few rounds of cow and cat, just to awaken all those muscles in the core, around the spine. Beautiful job. Find that nice neutral spine. Step your feet back. We're going to go into our first downward facing dog and just begin to alternate bending your knees. And then just come into your pose. Let's just hold that stretch. Be mindful this first one, you might be a little tight, so always welcome to just keep those knees slightly bent. Let's start to look forward and step your feet to the top of your mat to your hands. Let's come into Ragdoll. Just cradle those elbows into your opposite palms and gently just sway side to side. Just coming back to the center right here for just a few breaths. Release any tension from the neck, the shoulders. Let's release those elbows and we're going to roll it up one vertebrae at a time, firming the legs, drawing the belly in, and then coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's inhale, reach those arms up. Swan dive and fold. Lengthen the spine, gaze forward for your half lift. And fold. Let's step the back for plank pose, fingers spread wide. Let's drop the knees to the mat for the first one. Bend those elbows. Then lower all the way to the mat. Pull that chest up for cobra. Go ahead and release down. Let's keep our back nice and straight and knees press up. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So just a supported version of Surya Namaskar A or our sun salutation. Let's go ahead and step the feet forward and forward fold. Inhale, reach those arms up, press through the feet, hands to the heart center. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale to that flat back. Exhale and fold. Stepping back to plank pose. Shifting forward on the toes, chaturanga. Remember your knees could come down. Flip the feet over for up dog. Cobra is your option. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's begin to inhale and step the feet forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up, the flat back. Hands to the heart center. One more time through inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands to the shins, and fold. Stepping back to plank. Shifting forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you're welcome to either step the feet forward again, or if you want to float, if that is in your practice, just come up onto the toes, bend those knees looking forward, and float the feet forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach it all the way up. Hands to the heart center. Surya Namaskar B, sun salutation B, sitting back into chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, create some space, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward. Floating that right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way forward as the back heel drops to the mat. Rise up for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. As you exhale, take it down to the mat. Coming into plank pose, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and down dog. Sweeping that left leg up and back. Exhale, step forward. Back heel drops to the mat, warrior one. As you exhale, take the hands down, step back, Vinyasa. So just flowing through your series. Know you can always take this out and just go to down dog. On that next inhale, look, step or float, feet forward, and fold. Sitting back into chair pose, arms reach up, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time through. Sit back into chair. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, step or float back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing. Lifting that right leg up and back. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. Exhale, down to the mat. Plank pose, choosing to hold or flow through the half series. Lifting that left leg up and back. Step forward. Warrior one. Exhale, take it down. Coming into plank, flowing, or always choosing to hold. Let's take several breaths here in down dog. Just connect to that breath. Looking forward, stepping or floating the feet, and fold. Sit back into chair pose, hands to the heart center. Let's sit back into chair pose. We're going to hold chair for just a moment, keeping that back nice and straight. Bring the hands to the heart center. Go ahead and pick up that left foot. Let's find a little bit of balance. Go ahead and place it down. You're still in chair pose. Just pick up that right foot. Good. Place it back down into chair. Reach those arms back up. Sink just a little bit deeper. Building a little bit more heat into these legs. Bring the hands to the heart. Pick up that left foot, and this time we're going to step it all the way back and open to warrior two. Let's start to lean forward, coming into angle pose. So you're welcome to bend the elbow, more supported version, or take the hand down to the ankle or the floor. Just keep that nice, beautiful alignment over that forward leg. Let's take the hands down, the back heel lifts. We're going to come into revolved lunge. Go ahead and take that right arm up. Taking the hand down to the mat, step back for plank pose. Shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. So we're going to come into prayer squat, so step that right foot to the outside of the right hand, then the left. Dropping the hips, hands to the heart, gazing forward. Coming into our prayer squat or malasana. Taking the hands to the mat, bring those toes forward, heel toe back to hip distance apart. Sit back into chair pose. Picking up the right foot this time, step back to warrior two. So always check your alignment, knee over ankle. Start to lean forward, lengthen out of both ways for your angle pose, choosing the pose that works best for you. Taking the hands down to frame that forward foot, lift your back heel, and revolve. Come into your twist, taking that left arm up. Keep pressing through that back leg. Bringing the hand down, let's step back to plank pose again. Breathe. Shift forward on those toes, chaturanga. Remember, your knees can come down. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. So this time stepping that left foot forward, then the right, coming into malasana, toes turned out, sink down. So your heels may be off the mat, That's fine. Just do that pose that works for you. Let's take the hands down, heel toe all the way back to hip distance apart. Lengthen that spine for your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Hands to the heart. Let's change it up just a bit. Sit back into chair pose. So you're going to continue to balance on that right foot, and before we just picked up the foot, you're welcome to stay there, or flex it, cross that ankle over the knee, hands to heart. Step back to warrior two. Come forward, find your angle pose. Taking the hand down, that back heel comes up, revolved warrior, and maybe opening the chest up to the sky. So every time we come into a pose, maybe we find a little bit deeper space. Bringing the hand down. Let's bring both hands to the inside of the foot and hold this stretch. Now this is one that you're welcome to take the back knee down if that's more comfortable. If not, press it up. And if you have some space, go ahead and come on down in the forearms to the mat, or maybe even onto a block. Let's go ahead and bring it back up. Step back to downward facing dog. Let's come forward into our plank, flow through that vinyasa. And then looking forward, bringing your feet to your hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sit back into chair pose. Go ahead and find that balance on the left foot by either picking up the right, crossing it over, coming into that one-leg chair, sometimes called standing pigeon. Hands to the heart. Coming into warrior two, step it all the way back. Take your time here. Be sure the toes going straight forward on that forward foot. Come into angle pose, lengthening through both waists. Bringing the hand down, back heel up, revolved lunge, reach it up, and maybe opening the chest up to the sky. Go ahead and bring it down, bring the hands to the inside of the foot. You can heel toe, maybe one space if you need it. Find your pose, find lizard pose. Back as straight as you can, knee over ankle. Let's go ahead and walk it back up. Step back, vinyasa, or go right to down dog and hold. Let's take a few breaths in down dog. Always remember, you can always take a child's pose or just hit the pause button. So we're going to sweep our right leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Push the mat away from you, lift away from the floor. Bring it right back up. Do it again, bring it to the elbow, push, pull that belly muscles in. Last time, lengthen. Pull it in, lift. Looking between the fingers, step that foot. Drop that knee. Come into kneeling warrior lunge. Relax into your hips. Those hip flexors in the quad. Let's take the hands down, come into your half split, pulling the toes back. And if some of you want to try your full split, you are welcome to go ahead and practice. It does not matter what you look like, just do your best. So whatever pose you're in, bring it in and step back to downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to elbow, press, lift. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in, squeeze, lift. Last time, lift back. All the way forward, create that space, step the foot, drop that knee, and rise up. Relaxing into those hip flexors. Taking the hands down, coming into your half split, straightening that forward leg. And once again, choosing to stay or maybe go into your split. This side's much more challenging for me. Go ahead, bring it back, coming out of whatever pose you're in, and let's go into a child's pose. Take a moment here. I need a moment to wipe the sweat. It is always so warm in here in the mornings. So just take a few breaths in your child's pose. Let's go ahead and come on up. We're going to have a seat on our mat. Let's find a boat pose. So find your sits bones. You're going to think good posture, lean it back, shoulders back. Draw the feet up off the floor. Release. You can always keep the knees bent, or if you want to straighten them, your choice. Let's go ahead and release, hug those knees for just a moment, sit up nice and tall, and then extend the legs out, toes up, reach it up, and over. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open up that chest, exhale and fold. Now we're going to start to roll it down one vertebrae at a time, and I want you to try to scoop those abs in. Just walk it down nice and slow. Once you're down and that low back connects to the mat, see if you can keep the shoulders lifted. Keep pressing the belly button down. Now maybe stay here or hover the feet up off the mat. Just keep that low back connection and try not to hold your breath. Let's relax, knees to chest, gently rocking side to side. Let's take the feet to the mat. We're going to go into a bridge pose. So hands just at our sides to begin. Heels are down. Press the hips up. And then just, I like to say, shift your shoulders together and down your back. Some of you might interlace your hands or grab onto your elbows. Let's go ahead, separate the shoulders, drop the hips. Let's take a moment in reclining butterfly. So just feet together, knees open wide. So depending on how bendy you're feeling today, we're going to go right back into that bridge pose again with the option to go into wheel. Notice the word option. You don't have to do it. I'm just going to see how it goes. I have no idea how it's going to go today. So go ahead, bring the knees up. I'm always going to start you in your bridge. So when you're ready, just go ahead and press the hips up. So if you can remain in bridge, just walk those shoulders together. Hold here. If you want to try your wheel pose, the hands come up by the ears. Your palms need to be able to come down and your elbows straight up. So if you can't do that, I would suggest just working there and staying there. Then if you're ready and you want to, you press and try to straighten arms and legs. and then slowly bring it down, whatever pose you're in. This time we're gonna hug knees to chest. And again, just gentle massage here for your back. So let's keep that right knee in, extend the left leg out. Give that knee a pull down. Go ahead and straighten that leg this time. So hopefully you feel a lot looser than the first time at the beginning of class when we did this. So this time you're reaching up wherever it's comfortable, trying to get that leg as straight as you can. And now we're going to go into our straight leg twist, just dropping it across. You're going to feel this more in the outer hip. It's a great stretch for your IT band. Go ahead and gently bend that knee, extend that leg out. Let's pull that left knee to the chest. Straighten that left leg up. Again, just wherever it's comfortable, I just want you to feel a nice stretch. That leg as straight as you can, and then drop it across into your straight leg twist. Let's bend that knee, bring it back into our backs, hugging the knees in one last time. You guys did amazing. Let's take some advantage of a few moments of Shavasana, extending the legs out. Probably the most important pose of the whole class. To just take a moment to rest. Palms are up. As you let go of those legs, those feet will just naturally drop away from each other. Go ahead and close your eyes, and I'll be back in just a few moments. So let's start to wiggle the toes, the fingers. Just a gentle awakening of the body. Maybe reach those arms up over the head, take a nice stretch. And then just soften those knees, roll to your right side. Take a moment to recognize something or someone that you're thankful for today. And if it's someone, maybe reach out to them and let them know that you're thinking about them. Let's help yourself up to have a seat on your mat. And let's reach those arms up over the head, bringing the hands to the heart. And from my heart to yours, namaste. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thanks again for joining me for class. See you next time.